Well, hello and welcome to Always the Wild Ones. If it's your first time here, my name's Vanessa Lee. Today I'm going to be doing some more updates. Last week I covered just my living room, and today we're going to be checking out my hallway and my bedroom. Anyway, let's just get straight into it because the light is very bad today and I don't really see it getting any better. Yeah, it's a really gloomy, rainy day, so I thought, why not just finish off the updates? And I do have some repotting to do, so that's like my most important thing that I want to get done today because I'm really worried about some Hoyas that I have propagating. Anyway, let's get straight into the video and then I'll chat more about what I'm going to do later. All right. So we're in my hallway and what we're looking at here is just one shelving. So normally I have two shelves here during the summer because it's nice and warm and there's like a southeast facing window which lets in some really beautiful light, but it's kind of the darkest area in my home at the moment. So at the moment I've kind of left some plants on the shelves that have lived out here in the hallway during the winter before, so I know that they can tolerate it, but some of them haven't lived out here, so I'll go through those. So yeah, out here we have my Florida Ghost, not very happy, kind of struggling up here a little bit. We've got like a leaf that's ready to kick the bucket and it's completely reverted to green, but I actually don't have another space for it. I don't know how it's going to cope out here. It will be its first winter out here, so that might move. This is a Sansevieria, the starfish, and this one has always lived in the hallway and I've had this for several years. I've got two actually. Let me go back a little bit. There's the other one, which has got a pup right next to it. I love this plant. It's very dramatic. We've got another Sansevieria, that's the Wowfin, and I've got quite a few pups in that pot. Excuse all the sticky tags, but I'm kind of trying to get over some thrip issues at the moment. My Ripsalis paradoxa minor has never lived out here during the winter, and last winter had, like, it was in the living room and it was getting really good light, and it was also, let me get in a little bit closer, also in the warmer room. So, but I mean, it looks kind of fairly happy. I can't say that it's looking unhappy. I mean, all the aerial roots look really bouncy. These guys, these fluffy, yeah, they're still really bouncy and stuff. I would love to put this in my bedroom or in the living room, but it's just so long that I would actually need to cut it. So I am kind of thinking maybe I'll, cut it off around here and then just stick that back in the pot. And then I'll be able to get it into one of the other rooms. Okay, moving on. So this is my African milk tree, and I've only had this for a couple of months. It's doing really well, although I can tell it's a bit thirsty because these are like looking a bit droopy, so I think I will give it some water at some stage. But again, it's really dark for this plant. I don't know how it's going to survive out here. I might move it. Okay, down here we've got a Dracaena or Draciana in the corner. That's a cutting, and we've got two little babies growing there. That's always lived in the hallway, so that'll be fine. A string of turtles also has survived a winter out here. Two low light plants. So I've got my Epipremnum Cebu Blue, which I recently did a short on. I had like a full plant of this, which I just kind of had enough of. Which I gave away to a friend, and I just took some cuttings for myself. So I'm starting like from a really small little pot, and the same with the Epipremnum Enjoy. I got rid of most of the main plant. I just like kind of chopped it up, propagated it, and gave away cuttings. And I mean, she's a gorgeous plant, but it's a low light plant. It gets really big very quickly, and I quite like just having a small pot. Down here, struggling away. Excuse the yellowing leaves, I just haven't had a chance to pretty her up, and also like sometimes it's just good to show what your plants actually do look like. Especially going into the winter, she is not happy at all. I did actually repot this plant twice now, because the first time it had too much activated charcoal in there. It has been happier in the soil mix that I've given it since then, but now there's a bit of a light and possibly temperature issue with this plant. I don't know. It's one of these, the Marantas, the Calatheas, the prayer plants, I am not very good with. I do love them though. I mean, look at this plant, it's absolutely gorgeous. But hey, what can you do? Moving on. This I actually grew from wet sticks, and it's getting to quite a nice size now, which is quite cool. It's fenestrating in its little jungle pot. Just slide you out. Yeah, it's looking very cute. There's two kind of cuttings in there. Or is there three? No, it's just the two. Yeah, it's finally turning into an actual plant, like a decent sized plant. Hopefully by next summer that will be trailing or whatever. I don't know what that thing is going to do growth wise. You can grow this plant going up a pole, and you can also grow it so that it will hang. I'm planning on just letting it hang. The same with my Florida Ghost up there. I quite like the fact that it's, yeah, I kind of like that, the idea of it kind of hanging. I've also got this Dracaena here, and she's always lived there. This one is in pond. The smaller one is in soil. And then I have this one Ripsalis here, which I'll have to put the name in. I know that it's a Ripsalis Chores something or other. But yeah, it seems okay. I mean, it's not a highlight Ripsalis anyway, but it would be nice to move it into a different space. And then here, on this side where we're getting more light, I have a Hoya linearis, which is busy blooming, and oh my gosh, the smell, the lemony smell is fabulous. I love having this in the hallway, so that scent is kind of greeting me when I come home. And this linearis is actually in pon, and really loving it. It has lived in the hallway before, but I'm not sure if it was in pon then. No, I think it's always been in pon. Yeah, no, I think this one has lived in the hallway. Hopefully it'll be fine. We'll keep an eye on it if it does struggle, because I do love her now more than ever. She's just looking so lush and bushy. So that one might be dragged into the bedroom or the living room at some stage. Next to it is a Peperonia Hope. And I started off with a very, very small plant, and now look at it, it's trailing. I should probably propagate it and try and get it to be a bit bushier, but at the moment, I don't know, I'm quite liking its spider vibe. It looks very spidery. It's a really easy plant. It's in soil. I don't often water it. Pretty much all the plants here get watered once a month in the summer. Well, it really depends on how hot the temperatures go up. If those temperatures go up like how they have for the past couple of summers, like above, 30s kind of thing, then it'll be every 2 weeks. But yeah, pretty much, oh, we've got some sun. Oh, nice. Yeah, so that's kind of like the watering is all pretty much the same for these guys. Oh, I've got another linearis here. This one is in soil. And I might give this one away or sell it. We'll see. I've got 2 gardens in a pot here of just succulents. This one has the jade plant, which is massive now. And this one I think is called I can't remember the name of this one. Something Wart. And then we've got an echeveria at the back, which also has, let me just spin it around a little bit, which also has some little pups. Really cute little pup in there. I think there's 2 of them. Is there 2 or just 1? No, just 1. But yeah, she's adorable. I really love this little arrangement. My candlestick plant, I actually decided to give it more light now that the summer kind of sun is gone. I think it can cope here. It's looking very cute there, actually. I really like that. It's quite a sweet little photo. Next pot, we've got another echeveria in the back. These are called African something. I actually can't remember. That's another jade plant right there. Another echeveria which has just been going nuts. It was much smaller before. It's really growing quite big. And then this plant here is called a donkey tail. It's also the burrito. Yeah, the burrito plant. Love that plant. I love the blueness of it. She's a stunner and seems to be loving life. You can see lots more have grown on the top as well. So it might just start kind of creeping over the soil, the empty spaces eventually. Let's get straight onto the monkey tail cactus, which was a gift from a subscriber, and I'm absolutely loving it. It has literally tripled in length since I've had it. And yeah, I'm really pleased. I'm very, very pleased with this plant. Hopefully it will start kind of popping out a new stem or towel at some stage, but for now I'm quite happy with just the one. I think I've covered everything in the hallway, so let's go into the bedroom. Okay, so this is my bedroom, and excuse the flashing. I just wanted to show you the plant lights switched on, so you can see like a lot of flashing, but I can't actually see that. I'm going to switch them off now, and yeah, I'm going to show you what it's looking like, but obviously it's going to look a bit gloomier. Okay, it's not looking too bad, but yeah, it's quite dark. So I have moved quite a few plants into my bedroom. Should we start with the Splendid? Yeah, let's do that. So yeah, I've got the Splendid there. It's in front of a northwest facing window. It's kind of gloomy. That's the only light it's getting. But it seems fairly okay. This plant is in the bedroom for 2 reasons. One, it has been struggling with thrips, which you can kind of see on, where is that one leaf that just, here we go, there we go. So yeah, the thrips have been attacking this plant, and I can now see that we've got spider mite, so that's fun. But besides that, it's actually been pushing out new leaves. This is a new leaf from not that long ago and looking fairly undamaged, which is good. Well, I can just see something there though. So yeah, it's not going to be all good news, because generally the plants in my bedroom are in here because they're recovering from something. They're being kind of separated from the others. But yeah, we've got a new leaf there, which is looking like quite a nice size. I'm really pleased with that. This one gets a shower. Still every 2 weeks I've been showering this plant, obviously because I'm trying to get rid of the pests as well. And then I've got another new leaf right here. We've got some sticky mats going on. Is that a fly on it? No, it's not even a fly. The sticky mats I've got them all over the place and not one of them has a fly on it. But yeah, I'm really hoping that this one chills and gets better soon, because I absolutely love this plant. It's one of my favourites and it's just been so easy up until recently. More pesty plants. This is my very, very first Philodendron gloriosum, and I will put in a photo of how dinky it was when I bought it. I had about maybe 3 years, 2.5, 3 years definitely. I've had this plant. It took a very long time to get it from that tiny little pup to this, but yeah, it's not looking good. So let me get in a little closer. You can kind of see we're struggling with some spider mite right now. Oh yeah, all the leaves are looking very unhappy. It wouldn't surprise me if it had thrips. This is probably the only leaf that looks good. Here is my Philodendron fuzzy petiole, also struggling with spider mite. Let me show you the damage. But good news, we do have a fabulous new leaf coming, which looks like quite a nice size. Check out his little fuzzy petioles. And now to the more interesting part, the less sickly plants, which are my Ripsalis. The larger ones I've had for at least a year, and they've always lived in like under plant lights and in like the warmer temperatures during the winter. So I took them out of the hallway because I just didn't want to test them this winter to see if they could cope or not. I just love them too much, and I'd be so sad if they croaked it. Some of them have actually, within the short time that they've been in my bedroom with these new plant lights, which are very different to the ones in my living room. These have like more of a blue light to them. They are the burrito lights. Yeah, and they're great because you can kind of connect them like that. So in between these two lights, there's like a kind of plug. So yeah, so the one kind of lights the other one if they're all completely interconnected. And then I put another layer just here, but the bottom row, I just ignored the bottom row. It's just mostly my books anyway. But yeah, some of the plants already, I did this 2 weeks ago or a week ago. No, yeah, within those 2 weeks, I have seen some great results. First of all, the Ripsalis are definitely enjoying it. The Ripsalis McCraff at the back there has just grown even higher. It's just literally trying to hit the light. My Anthurium, let me just get that one down. The Warwickrinarium, it's in here because it does have spider mite. It has been sprayed and treated several times. I don't know if it currently has anything. I really hope it hasn't. But it does have a new leaf. So I'm really happy with that. We have lost several of the leaves. Most of the original leaves have croaked it. This is probably the last original leaf, this kind of yellow crinkly one. But yeah, these two grew in my care, which is fab. So hopefully they'll stick around because they're used to this environment. And yeah, it's in a tree fern fibre mixed with an aeroid, with my aeroid mix. And it's in like a non-drainage, but we've got the reservoir at the bottom. And yeah, I'm hoping, it's only been in the tree fern fibre for about 2 weeks. So it's early days still, you know, but it might have been a bit longer. I'll put the correct time up. But yeah, hopefully it's used to that now, and that's could be the reason why I'm getting such great results with a new leaf already, because from judging the other plant that I have, this is quite a slow grower. And yeah, this plant has been pushing out quite a few leaves since it's lived here. I'm very pleased with it. I'm really, really happy with that little puppy. Who else has been just like outshining the rest? Oh, my Schlumbergeria. I'm not sure if this is the Christmas or the Thanksgiving cactus. It's got white, I think if it's flat, something to do with if the flower comes out flat, then it's a Thanksgiving one. So this is possibly the Christmas one, but it is blooming. This is the first time this year that it has done that. It was in a dark kind of, most of summer I've kind of kept it in a shady area. I have kind of mixed every 6 weeks. I would then give it highlight and then I'd put it back into low light, and nothing actually happened. I think it actually just needed the cooler temperatures in the evening, and now it's under a plant light. It's getting really high light and it's bloomed. The blooms obviously haven't opened yet, but they are absolutely gorgeous. They're white, they're quite fluffy and, you know, very Christmassy looking. And then there's this little pink tassel in the center. It's very adorable. Another plant, actually a propagation, has been sat here, and as you can see, we've got loads of roots. Like, check out the roots on that. I'm really pleased with that. So I will need to pot that up at some stage, and I'll probably just add it to this one. I recently chopped, it was hanging all the way down to the next shelf. So I recently chopped it, and I've got those cuttings in here. They've only been in there like a couple of days, so I'm not expecting any roots in there. Another Ripsalis that I really wanted to talk about today is this Ripsalis. I think it's Agudunense. It's written on the pot, so let me have a look. Agudunensis. Okay, I was close. But yeah, it has grown. It's just really got much longer. I hope I've got a photo of this when I first got it. This was actually sent to me from a subscriber, and I'm so pleased to have it in my collection. I really love it. Jungle vibes all the way. My battery is showing me that it's ready to croquet. So let me just wrap this up real quick. Yeah, so I'm really pleased with this little dude. It's definitely loving the light, and it's slowly going red. Yeah, so those are the bedroom plants. Actually, I did miss one, didn't I? Oh no, I missed the Maranta. Let me just talk about that dude very quickly before my battery dies. This one is a struggling plant. It's mostly my terrible watering habits. And it's yet again another Maranta calathea that I'm not sure I should have in my home anymore. She can look so much better, but yeah, I might have to do a plant swap or donate this one to someone that has the time and really enjoys watering, has the kind of personality that fits this plant. So yeah, this might be the last time you see this plant, guys, because I mean, look, the new leaves are looking fabulous. It literally is my bad watering. Let's get on to some chores because time is ticking on. Also, I do need to charge this battery. Right, so I've dragged over some plants that I want to take care of today. Definitely want to repot the Australia Sleesa, put them both together. So if you haven't seen the video before this one, this part of my cuttings for my Australia Sleesa is in pon, and its root system is looking really, really good. I hope that you can see that, but you'll have a closer look just now. And then this part of the Australia Sleesa is rooting like crazy. There's loads of roots in there, and I'm really worried that I'm not going to be able to get it out of there. without snapping some of the roots. So let's hope and pray that that doesn't happen. But yeah, I want to put those two together. And then I've got several pieces of my Hoya Crahaniana Super Silver. I think there's a splash in there as well. So I want to put all of these sections together in one pot. Who shall we do first? I think I want to do the Australis Lisa first. And pop those back there. And I think I'm going to try and do it up here on this surface, or should I just tip the camera down and do it on the floor? I recently got a new plant mat, so I'm really hoping that I can just do it here. Yeah, I got this new plant mat from work. And it's quite a decent size, which is good. Let's just have a look and see if I can do this. So yeah, just kind of clip the corners. Like that. Oh, I think I can do it here. I'll just take this off. This is so cool. I love this. Okay. I do have some bowls. Where did I put those? Yeah. So I think I'm going to unpack the plant first. Oh God, I'm nervous. I'm a bit nervous. I actually need this cup. Yeah, hopefully this will go nicely. Right. Gosh, should we try and get these out first? It looks really gloomy in here. Well, that's a bit better. A little bit more light. Yeah, let's try and get these out of here. Oh my gosh, the first tug is terrible. I don't know. Oh, I left it too late. Oh no. I think I've left it too. Oh, oh. And I don't think I snapped off any of the roots, so that's really good news. Check out those roots, guys. I'm so pleased with that. So I might, I don't know, should I keep it all together, or it'd be good to kind of separate it a little bit. Oh, I think you can see what's going on as well. Yeah, there's loads of new stems and, ooh, okay, that's one. And she's got a new stem with some new leaves coming. Just lay you down. Oh, we've got a massive mealybug in there as well. See that? Isn't that yummy? Look at that. She's juicy. Let me just get some surgical spirits, which I do have near me. Oh, I was not expecting that. Let's get in there. Let's do this together. Hopefully you can see it. Can you see how big that thing is? Let's just get rid of that with some surgical spirits. So that just literally exploded. Hopefully there's no more in there. Okay, that was gross. So yeah. Untangle you, look at this one. Just make sure, I'm gonna have to check for mealybug, aren't I? I think that's gonna be a thing. Okay, so some of them have really long stems and some of them do not. Let's unpack this one. So this one I haven't watered. So it'll be nice and easy for me to squeeze it out of the pot. yeah, we're looking at quite a nice healthy root system again. And I think I'm just gonna keep it pretty much like this. And then just kind of plonk the others inside somehow. So these are the ones that I wanted to keep. And just kind of mix them up a little bit. It's going so far, so good. Put you here. Oh my gosh, look at that. It's looking so good. Yeah, I think I'm going to put it all together actually. And if I need to trim anything, I can do that later. Just stand up so I can show you what it's looking like. So it's quite a bouquet. Beautiful. Oh my gosh, I can't believe I'm actually doing this. I'm so happy. Ooh. And put some in. Plonk these guys in. That one I'm going to have to cut. Ooh, a little bit of trimming here and there. Okay, that's not too disastrous. Plonk them in, just make sure you get all of those beautiful roots in. That's what it's looking like. Oh my god, I'm so happy. Hopefully this is going to be nice and easy. There we go. Sorted. Add a little bit more on the top there. This mat is brilliant. That's it, it's done. Oh, what a relief. Okay, I'm happy with that. That's that one done. It's looking so full. Yeah, it's looking lush. So I'll just give that one a little bit of water a little later, and then that can just be plonked in there. Let's move on to the next one. And actually, I think for the next plant, maybe I will need this pot, but let's unpack it first, see what kind of root system I'm dealing with here. Oh, we're actually flying through it. So there's 1, 2, and this bitty little guy. And I think I'm just going to go ahead. What was this pond? Oh, this is quite fresh pond. I mean, it literally, the plant before was just propagating in there. Got a hair clip in there, so I'm going to pull that out. But yeah, the Kohanianum is looking so good. So that's part of it. Oh my gosh. Yeah, I'm feeling kind of slightly anxious today because I know it's really silly, like I'm going to like a work function this evening, and I've also just got like a lot of things that I need to get done, like personal stuff. And I don't know, like I'm just feeling a bit kind of flustered. So excuse the low energy today. I just, when my brain is like this, like I just, yeah. I mean, I almost cancelled a couple of times today. And I just, yeah, I can't cancel. Actually, I've got to go. Okay. It's going to have a reservoir anyway, so not a big deal. I hope you can see everything. I'm quite liking this tray, this mat thing. Right. Scoopy scooper. And I haven't yet decided what I'm going to wear yet. Like, it's just all got to do my hair. I'm like looking for excuses not to go. I'm terrible. When I'm home, I'm home. Like, I love being home. I mean, I do love meeting up with friends and stuff, but it's rainy and gloomy outside. I'm just not feeling it, but I will go because I said that I would. And yeah, mostly. Okay, so I'm just going to line up these roots and just make sure that everyone's at the same depth, or at the depth that they need to be. Just kind of like that. Another one. Oh my gosh, look at all these pedungles. Love it. And there's this little good, which has got lots and lots of roots. Loving that. Oh, oh, oh. Okay, I think I have my cluster. And then these guys, do we want in the front? Yes, we do. Want it in the front. And then I am kind of wondering, actually, maybe I should go one size bigger. Okay, we're going one size bigger. Boom. And I'm just going to open this pot of palm. Because it's just easier to do it this way. Leave all of that together like that. I'll try and zoom in. Some on that side. Ah, I think it's done. I can start breathing again. It's literally not breathing. Breathe, girl, breathe. Okay, let's spread her out a little bit. And I just want a little bit more pon. It's very heavy on the perlite. Not loving that. So hopefully, I do have some holes here, so I'm just going to get a paintbrush and just wiggle that pon down so it goes into place. Hopefully you can see this. Actually, maybe this is the best thing for me to be doing before going out. Especially when I am feeling a little anxious. This is probably the most calming thing I can think to do. Yeah, that's good. Oh, look. Really cute. Yeah, I'm pleased. And now it can just grow and thrive. It's all together in one pot. I'm very, very happy with that. Just need to do a little bit of watering. And we're done. I want to give these guys some water. Just get that pond nice and moist. Like so. And a little bit for this guy. I really hope that it likes its new pot and everything. Yeah, so I think for now they're just going to live there. I do have a couple of little updates down here as well. So in last week's video I did some updates and you got to see some very sad looking Hoyas. I ended up chopping up that Crahanian and black, and these are the cuttings. They're sat in some pond, and then it's got some water in the reservoir at the very bottom there. Yeah, it's still looking fairly unhappy, but they're both under domes. This one is the Nuna Pink cuttings, and they will stay under there. And then I do have some Hoyas here at the back. They're all happy and they're bug free. So yeah, I've made some changes, as you can see from last week's video, or if you've not seen any of my videos before, I've moved some furniture around. So this glass table that we're looking at with the lights underneath was on the opposite side of the room. I've now put it here because I'm planning on getting another shelving unit, and we'll do that. I'll talk about all of the new decorative ideas and new plant styling ideas that I have in my next video, so look out for that one. Just wanted to show you just a quick little update on just to top up on last week. So my Anthurium pallidiforum's leaf was just coming out. It was tiny, but you could see it was quite curly, and you can see, look, it's still curling. It's really soft because I don't want to play with it too much. But yeah, it could still get longer, and I don't know if that curl is going to remain, but hey, it's something different, isn't it? It's very strange. The other great news is that we also have an inflorescent coming. So let me just get a little bit closer so that you can see it. But yeah, that's it there, right here. That is like a separate stem. It'll look kind of a little more prominent as the days go on. And I do have some pollen saved from the pallidiforum and from my Lux, so I might try and like pollinate them. So that's quite exciting. Oh, another little top up is my Anthurium moraquinarium's new leaf. Can you see it? It's also kind of, I don't know what it's doing. Is it turning? Who knows? I don't want to mess with it too much because it's looking slightly damaged. Yeah, so that's its leaf. Sorry, that's my Hoya swinging in front of you. Yeah, that's its leaf. Oh, very dinky. But yeah, looking fairly happy. That's pretty much all I wanted to show you on this side of the room. Oh, let me just, I didn't actually talk about this little dude, and I am quite proud of it. This is a little Pachira aquatica cutting. And look, she's growing so nicely in her little dome. This was in a terrarium with my pink princess, and it's on its own now. It's quite happy. This plant has also been growing like crazy. It's one of those plants that you don't really notice it growing, but it is trailing, so it's a really big, full, nice pot of a Hoya retusa, or retusu. I think it's retusa. But yeah, I'm really pleased with this little dude. And then on this side of the room, what else can I tell you? So yeah, we've now got the chest here. So that's kind of new. None of the plants are doing anything exceptionally different since my last video, but I do want to show you my orchid and maybe get a little advice on this dude. So I've had this orchid for easily 6 months. It had beautiful purple flowers and I cut the stems. I've repotted it. The roots have just been growing like crazy. Check that out. It had just 4 floppy leaves and I've now got about 10. Yeah, there's a lot of leaves in there. So we've got 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11. Oh, yeah, 11 leaves in there. So yeah, it seems to want to just keep pushing out leaves. But I did recently notice that we do have a new stem coming, which is this one here. I was wondering if it was just going to be another aerial root, but it is looking like a stem. So we could get some flowers any day now. And I've got another one right there. Let me know, is that the beginnings of a new stem? I probably will cut these back a little bit more because those are quite ugly. But look at these roots. They're just crazy. I really can't wait for new blooms. I'm really, really happy. This plant has been moved quite a few times. It's been living under my Monstera constellation over there in the corner and actually really loving that dappled lighting. When it's a sunny day, the sun does hit these plants, and it was getting some morning direct sun and some afternoon but more dappled lighting. So I wanted to show you that. And now also my Monstera albo's leaf is slightly more unfurled, so I can give you a better indication of what it's going to look like. It's definitely got a fenestration, which you can see there, and you can also see it's got like a lot of white, so I'm really happy about that. I will be repotting this, and I'll talk about, I think I'll do like a video of just Monsteras on their own, because I actually want to do a couple of things to my Monsteras and all those cuttings as well. And I feel that that's going to be quite a long video, and I want to get into dealing with the lacquer because I've been doing a lot more research, and I think if I follow the guidelines of a YouTuber that I've just found, and she has, I'll put the name up because I can't actually remember the name right now, but she's been dealing with plants in lacquer for many, many years. I would say about 10 years. So I really value her opinion and her experience, and I think it's just a matter of like making sure that the pH is right and balancing out your nutrition. So yeah, hopefully that will be, this browning on the whites will be a thing of the past, and we can like move forward with this plant in like a happier situation. But yeah, we will be kind of repotting this one and just getting it a little happier for its future. Okay, I'm going to put the camera back on the stand now. But yeah, that's the new setup. Come back again. That's what we're looking at for winter. And yeah, this is all going to get restyled again, but I'm going to talk about that possibly in my next video. So yeah, those are my updates. I think the next video, I'm really keen on doing some DIY. I want to get my home nice and cozy for winter, and I want to add some additional lighting, and I'm going to put in some new shelves hopefully. So yeah, let me know guys, how are you coping with winter? Have you rearranged your plants yet so that they can get themselves through this next 2 seasons, autumn and winter? Yeah, I'm kind of just want to get everything organised as quickly as I possibly can. Christmas feels like it's almost on the doorstep, so the sooner I get this done, the better. So look out for that video. And I do hope that you enjoyed today's video. Unfortunately, probably was a little bit rushed because I now have to get ready and go out. But I do feel that I didn't have a lot of plants really to talk about out in the hallway and the bedroom. Those aren't like my prime areas that I keep my plants. Most of the plants in my bedroom are just recovering from thrips or spider mites, something like that. And then all the mealybug types are kind of in here or in boxes. Yeah, it's a whole thing. But I am on top of it, and I am going to be so determined to get rid of them all. They've all got to go. But yeah, that's pretty much everything. Thank you so much for hanging out. I hope that you enjoyed it. Do leave me a comment. Gosh, especially if you've got any advice on the orchid, because that's quite exciting. That for me is very, very new. I've never ever managed to get an orchid to bloom, like rebloom. Like I've bought orchids in the past, or I've had orchids bought for me actually. I've never really bought myself an orchid. This orchid I bought for myself, but in the past I've had orchids bought for me, and I've done all the things, to try and keep this plant happy, and I've never achieved a rebloomer. So if you are an orchid lover and you tend to have this special magic that orchids definitely need, they need something special, don't they? Let me know, put that in the comments down below. And yeah, have a fabulous week. I'll see you here again next Saturday. And yeah, do give me a thumbs up to show me whether you enjoyed the video or not. Share with all your friends and your family. Hit the subscribe button if you haven't done that yet. And until next time, cheers. Bye.